gentlemen, and welcome to the Rice Street Parade and Festival here on a beautiful July evening. I am Ed Cortinas, and with me today is...
Worms.
Together we are EB and the Worm. We will be your commentators for this evening, and hope we have a good parade. It's a beautiful night for it. Would you agree?
No, I couldn't agree more. The weather clouds cleared up. We've got sun poking through. Wind died down, which is nice.
Yes, it was. Made it nice to just take the edge off the heat a little bit.
No, I'm excited here. So we are just getting rolling here. We've got the color guard rapidly approaching. Fine looking group.
Always flying high, the red, white, and blue. God bless America.
Coming to you live here from the corner of Rice Street and Lawson, right in the heart of St. Paul. Feel free to stop by.
Next coming up is the fabulous 4th District American Legion, the Family Department of Minnesota. They're a local Legion on Rice Street, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you are correct there, Evie. We're getting right underway here. We've got a great lineup for you coming down. We've got people from all over the state coming in, and even a few from out of state. I believe we have the North Hudson Pepperfest I saw earlier at the lineup.
Oh, yes. I don't think they've ever missed a Rice Street parade.
Oh, it'd be a crime, too. Everyone here is looking happy and smiling. Perfect night for a parade. Such a patriotic group, too.
Very. Always pay huge respects to our veterans, especially American Legion. They do a good job of making everybody feel welcome.
Don't try to drive down the freeway with those on your window. We are coming to you live off of the St. Paul Neighborhood Network, going right off of TV channel Cable 19. So feel free to tell your friends, tweet about it. Hashtag Rice Street. I'm sure it's already trending on Twitter and Facebook and all of the popular social media networks.
I still have no idea how a hashtag works.
It's magic. Probably the best way to describe it. Group of riders coming in here.
This is the motorcycle corps of part of the American Legion.
Way to kick off the parade.
Yeah, it amazes me how many individuals the American Legion brings to their parades every year. I mean, they have a full crew that want to come down and show their support and be a part of these festivals.
And they are loud.
I just wish I had one.
All right. I would probably fall over and hurt myself. Truth be told, I have enough time or difficult time handling things with 4 wheels, let alone 2.
3 is about my minimum.
There you go. I've got the youngins running for candy. The first marching band of the evening.
St. Paul Police Department's marching band.
Guy Dale Fine there playing the trumpet.
Friend of yours?
Former co-worker.
Oh.
Now, if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say we're going to see at least a dozen or so of these marching bands.
Well, luckily I was a varsity drumline in high school, so...
Why'd you ever stop?
Well, I graduated, so it kind of puts a damper on the whole situation.
Details, you mean details. What a sharp-looking group. The boys and gals in blue.
Favorite part is the percussion.
It's the most fun. Now, EB and I were both members of the St. Paul Winter Carnival back in 2012. I was a guard and he was a Vulcan.
I was Count Embrius 2012.
So we are well aware of how the marching bands work.
Coming up next, we have the candidates for the Rice Street Parade and Festival. These are the lovely young ladies that are hoping to become next year's royalty.
Our parade's namesake. Without them, this parade wouldn't make a lot of sense. Royal Candidates, sponsored by Camp's Food Market.
And Hammernick's Decorating. We have the 2012 Lady of the North Wind driving the candidates Amber Phillips and Brittany Olson, sponsored by Long's Auto Place and Quality Insurance.
Coming up here, we've got the lovely Chelsea Boiler from Libby's Law Office and Samantha Axe, sponsored by Mama's Pizza. We've got our eye in the sky here, pointing down at the Titan truck, which is rapidly approaching. A couple more candidates.
If any of you are familiar or have heard the Titan truck, it is extremely loud.
Here we have the current Rice Seat royalty. AB's absolutely right. That Titan truck is deafening. But how else can you have a parade? These lovely ladies have been representing Rice Street for the past year or so here. We're coming up on their coronation in the next few weeks.
And they're definitely going out with a bang.
We have some former royalty up top there. Everyone waving, having fun. Everyone's having a good time here on the Titan truck.
It's the Ace Auto Parts, local business here on Rice Street. Marcus Wyant is the proprietor, also a former Titan for the St. Paul Winter Carnival.
We were at their pre-party, and they were crushing cars in the backyard.
Well, you got to have your entertainment somehow. It was better than to crush a few cars before a parade.
Kind of terrifying. Here we are at Capital Bank, the North End's Community Bank. Hey, how are you doing? A lot of friendly faces here. Now,
that is a very large bull.
EB is very familiar with that, coming from the Dakota Premium Foods in South St. Paul.
Yes, I am. 6 years there, and work with my father, Steve Cortinas, actually.
Now, how much would one of those go for?
Solid bronze, several thousand.
Oh, I'm talking about the bull.
You'd have to marinate it for a long time.
Yeah, that would take quite a grill. Perfect for some. We got the State Fair coming up. I'm sure they've got something like that.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Wonderful turnout. Checking the weather report a little bit before this here.
XO Energy having a great showing. A lot of volunteers that like to come out and join them for this particular parade.
Not a lot of groups throwing us candy, though. Don't know how I feel about that.
No, I don't either.
If I were judging, I would dock points. A lot of local political groups representing this parade. One of the first of many. No, it's always fun to see these parades from this side. Like I said, EB and I were members of the St. Paul Winter Carnival, so we've seen a lot of parades from the street.
Usually don't get to see the other people in them.
I don't know what to do with my legs.
It is kind of hard just to sit still.
I'm so used to walking.
I still cannot get over how beautiful of a night it is for this parade. This is one of the best nights I've seen in the last 10 years for this parade. I mean, it's always been gorgeous, but it's just perfect conditions for this.
I remember last year was last year was a scorcher.
Yeah, 2012 was just. I don't even remember what the temperature was when we did it last time. It was so warm.
We were running around, so it was warm to us anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you were climbing buildings on trellises.
Hey, now.
That tends to heat you up just a tad. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rice Street Parade and Festival here on Rice Street. I am Ed Cortinas, and with me is
Sam Worms. How you doing?
Together we are EB and the Worm.
Having a lot of fun here out on Rice Street, right on the corner of Lawson and Rice, right in the center of the action. Gorgeous night. We encourage everybody to come out. As you can see, we got Dar's Double Scoop coming up.
Please tell me that's real ice cream.
I wish. Wouldn't last too long, though. It's a nice, the weather's great, but it is definitely warm. Ice cream and coffee shop.
It's the waffle cone that does it for me.
Yeah. Count me in. We've got the mad dash for candy going on the streets here.
Oh, look, they're throwing their Freezy Pops.
Throwing ices.
Gotta love that.
Another Chuck here with one of the Dar's Double Scoop mascots. The giant self-condiment wearing hot dog. Make a good TV show.
It would be. Yeah, it would be fantastic. At least a cartoon.
The District 6 Planning Council coming up here. Nice Hawaiian theme.
And you cannot go wrong on a John Deere. That's
oh, Hawaiian themes always throw me in the summer. It's already nice out. I like Hawaiian themes in the dead of winter.
And right behind them is the local Rice Street Recreation Center.
And the District 6 Planning Council still making plenty of headway. Coming up here, we have the Rice Recreation Center. Part of the St. Paul Parks and Rec.
A lot of great programs for the youth around the city.
Ah, we're getting pelted with candy here.
I almost got a sucker that time.
Careful. The Rec State Champions, 8th grade boys A and B. Can't, basketball, there we go. Couldn't see the bottom of the flyer. Oh.
Fascinating thing about that, it requires a basket and a ball, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're correct there.
That would be the extent of my knowledge of basketball.
The skills are something that I don't have yet to acquire as far as the sports skills go. I'm a heck of a spectator, though. As the boys showing off their jerseys. We are getting ready for a little bit of kung fu fighting.
Martial arts. Ooh, little martial arts demonstration.
Why don't you hop on up there and we'll have them demonstrate that on you.
I appreciate the offer, but I think I'm good. She.
You're at the Twin Cities Judo, showing us how fierce they can be.
That was 3 flips in a row. I don't think I'm going up there.
Oh, then there's 4.
Do they make karate gis in red? Because that would be great.
That would be pretty great.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, St. Paul Winter Carnival has the 2 factions, the Realm of Boreas, who are usually represented by white and blue.
And the Fiery Vulcan crew, represented by red and black.
A lot of connections there. Titan organization is very heavily involved in Rice Street, as you saw with their truck earlier. We've got a lot of connections there, so it's always glad to see people coming out for such a great evening.
Well, Sam and I, or Worms and I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We're both members of the St. Paul Winter Carnival years before. I was actually a guard in 2004 with the last Ice Palace and a Vulcan. I was Count Embrius 2012.
That's great about the Winter Carnival and Rice Street. Rice Street's over 100 years old this year.
Oh, yes.
So,
it's a very profound festival that they have here. It's a lot of history and a lot of culture.
Long tradition, tied in again with the Winter Carnival, which I believe is on its 128th year this year.
Yes, you are correct.
I believe there was a New York reporter who said that St. Paul was unfit for human inhabitation because of the Siberian-like weather. So we threw a festival to prove them wrong.
You think we did 128 years later?
I think we've done a pretty good job.
Would he care?
We've got the Golden Titans playing football? EB, go long.
Football, that is definitely my sport.
The North Area Titan Football League. Sign up now. Practice starts August 1st. Who's ready? Ah, we've got the condiments float. Tin cups here rolling.
Local proprietor here on Rice Street.
One of the best BLTs you can find in St. Paul.
Fantastic. I actually really enjoyed their Reuben as well. It's a fantastic place to get together to eat, especially to watch a parade.
Mustard and a spoon. Great group. Great group. Oh, we know these guys pretty well.
Oh, we do know these guys extremely well.
Coming up here, we can tell, is the St. Paul Winter Carnival.
The 2014 Royal Family.
Has anybody seen our horse?
I don't know.
No horse here. Hail, Boreas.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. Hail, Boreas, the true king of the St. Paul Winter Carnival.
Oh, we'll see. I'm sure there's another one coming up from behind there.
Southwind in our guards, captain of the guard, Mark Maroney.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we've got a guard approaching here. Who do we have here?
Say anything.
I can't tell if his mic is on.
Oh, that captain of the guard.
Oh, look at this. Honorary. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, and here we have the junior royalty of the St. Paul Winter Carnival. They will make over 100 appearances this year, traveling mainly with the royal family for the Winter Carnival, doing various parades and festivals around the state and as well as Wisconsin.
Great group. Great group. We've got the Queen of the Snowflakes, Megan Hartwell, 2014 Princess of Ice, Sarah Albert, and Rachel Wagner, who is the 2014 Princess of Snow.
You know, their escort standing next to him is actually Nick Lee. She's actually my cousin. And here comes the fiery Vulcan crew.
Yeah, we can just turn off the camera at this point. No, a lot of fun.
Led today by Volcanus Rex. I cannot, is a stand-in. It's Jim Perry is actually the...
playing the bagpipes in the back there. Heck of a
Let's see if we
sound
can get
system.
Volcanus over here for a few words.
Being the drums of war. They have summer, they feel victorious.
Another interesting fact, that fire truck that you're looking at is the Royal Chariot of Volcanus Rex and his fiery crew. It is a 1932 Laverne fire engine, actually built in Laverne, Minnesota.
Coming up here, chasing the red out of the parade. We've got the Order of the Royal Guard, my namesake, and Evie's, again from 2004.
It gave me my start in Carnival.
Right behind them, we have the East Wind bus. As the Order of the Royal Guard trooper truck. Very, very popular track.
Oh, and I see June Adams, another former member of the Royal Guard here today. But,
heck of a trooper truck.
you know, if you catch the last two, Count Embryo.
Got the
I wouldn't have completed my day without it. Thank you, sir.
heck of a sound system on here.
You know, just a little side note. If you see those two, that little boy and that little girl and the beautiful one in the red shirt, that is my wife, Tracy Cortinas, actually a guard 2003, and my children, as a matter of fact.
Oh, here's the East Wind bus. Oh, we're getting hit with beads.
The
Toby Nat,
irresponsible
Prince of the East Wind. Always a great group to have out here. They are the mischievous East Winds. Very known for their kleptic tendencies.
In fact, I think my wallet's gone.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hail you. All right, coming up behind them, bringing up is St. Paul Public Schools. Always a pleasure to see these guys out here. We got McGruff, the crime dog, if my eyes are doing me justice. U.S. Post Office. Very, very helpful.
You know, I get my mail every day, and I know it's thanks to them.
For some reason, though, I don't get it on Sunday.
I was always wondering why that happens.
Oh, a lot of fun. Look at this. Now, it always surprises me when these people are carrying their instruments and they're not actually playing them. It's a parade. Participation. That's St. Paul Public Schools.
This is the Music Academy, if I believe.
Rocking the yellow school bus. That brings me back. More opportunities, more things to love. I'm trying to think of the last time I rode on a school bus.
I don't know, but 254 is my favorite number.
Any particular reason?
No.
What a guy.
I like them in threes, and I like odds and evens mixed together. I think that might be the only concern.
Looks like we've got the Winter Carnival Senior Royalty here. Also affiliated.
They travel with the St. Paul Winter Carnival. They make some separate appearances on their own, but the majority of the time they will be with the Winter Carnival. Janice Rettman, the Ramsey County Commissioner of District 3, is present this evening. Actually offered me a ride down to the lineup this afternoon. I ran into her.
We got more of the Senior Royalty here. Now, don't let the name fool you. They've got more energy than EB and I. Always a pleasure to see those. What a great group. Another fire truck coming around the corner here. Thankfully with no Vulcans on it.
I believe that is the 09 fire truck. Most Vulcan crews end up getting a fire truck. The 2012 just recently purchased one as well. We use it to do fundraisers and raise money for different charities around the cities and around the state. That is the 2009 fire truck, I'm sorry.
Got John Coyne, the Ramsey County attorney. A lot of red on that fire truck.
I think red is a good color for a fire truck.
You know, I think that's pretty good to say. You'd confuse people if you didn't have it. For those of you just tuning in, we are EB and the Worm, coming to you live from Lawson and Rice, down there right in the heart of St. Paul.
Hail of all. It's such a beautiful evening for this parade today.
Nice breeze.
Just enough
Perfect
to take the heat off and make it a pleasurable experience.
Come on down. We're hanging out all night. Bring us a Coke. We got plenty of people out here, as you can see. A lot of people having fun waiting for candy. Let's be honest, that's what it's all about. If someone were to throw me a Tootsie Roll, I wouldn't complain.
I would say we were down here for 24 hours, but just like 7-Eleven, just not in a row.
Oh, always a pleasure, EB. I believe this is the intermission. Great day out here. Like we said, couldn't ask for a better day weather-wise. No rain, a little bit of cloud coverage, feeling good.
Just enough to make it so you don't have to squint to see everybody coming down.
I forgot my shades in the car, and now I'm not feeling too bad about
I think they knew that because I didn't have mine either, and it just makes it so great to be able just to watch and see everything. And
that's what I love about parades. It's fun for all ages. And everybody enjoys candy. We got a nice crowd of people here behind us. Everybody say hi. They're a little camera shy. Yeah. So we're having fun.
We're just waiting for the next group to be coming down soon. You know, the Rice Street Parade and Festival is over 100 years old. Over 100-year tradition of this particular parade and this festival along this historic strip of St. Paul.
A lot of history down here.
a lot of great businesses, a lot of local businesses provide incredible services, and in fact, a lot of volunteers for other festivals come out of Rice Street. Not even just business owners, just the local community as well.
Absolutely. We mentioned once or twice here, but Evie and I are both members of the St. Paul Winter Carnival, and we have a lot of affiliation with Rice Street. The Titan organization of the North Winds usually come from Rice Street, so we've got a lot of connection coming through there. Spend a lot of time here over at Camp's Food Market, Tin Cups, Dar's Double Scoop, Mama's Pizza even.
Well, many years ago, Vanelli's Rice Street Rec was actually a favorite hangout of mine. He was Roger Vanelli was the 2004 Prince of the North Wind, and actually owned a bar down here.
For those of you who don't know, the Prince of the North Wind always carries an air horn, so it's very difficult for him to sneak up on people. Got a lot of fun characters hanging out here with us. Again, this is E.B. and the Worm, hanging out in the corner of Lawson and Rice Street, right in St. Paul. We've got the souvenir guy coming down here.
And we'll be down here for the remainder of this parade, so
come down, say hi.
And we can't leave because we are glued to the chair.
That is true. They got me with that one when I sat down.
I can't believe I fell for it again.
Let's take a look at what we've got coming down the line here.
Next we have
the IB World School,
the Community School of Excellence.
Right behind them, I think we've got another marching band coming up. I'd bring it to 2. As I said at the beginning, I'm gonna guess at least 12.
At least 12.
These routes.
So much energy.
Perfect night to take the convertible out. We've got dancers, we've got drummers. What else could you ask for?
It always amazes me the hard work and just the amount of hard work and preparation that these groups put into their routines before they come to these parades. I mean, this is just fantastic to look at.
Absolutely. I have trouble tying my shoes some morning, so to choreograph a dance as well as walking down the middle of a busy street.
Having to dodge people coming out for you, trying to get candy.
I am always impressed. The boys in blue keeping people in order here. Always appreciate them. I was actually going to wear the same exact outfit, and now I'm glad I didn't.
I believe that's in your color wheel.
Pink, I've been told I look good in pink, so we will, oh wow, look at that.
Can you do that move?
I'd have to stretch.
We have the Como Park State champions, soccer champions. And my drum lines are back.
There we go.
This is strictly a drum line that no accompaniment from a horn section.
There we go.
Everybody get up and dance.
We would, but like we said, we're on the glued to our seats.
I can still bob my head, though.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
The 300 Exclusives Car Club. Look at him get that crowd going.
I can barely keep my feet running. Here we got the 300 Exclusive Car Club.
It's established in 2010.
A lot of gorgeous vehicles here. Don't let me get too close, because I would be terrified to scratch one of these things. I don't know a dang thing about cars, but that's a gorgeous looking vehicle.
I drive a PT Cruiser, and I just cannot get it that shiny.
A lot of hard work. We're just getting going here. E.B. and the Worm hanging out at the corner of Lawson and Rice Street. Come on down, say hi. We'll give you the microphone.
Enjoy a beautiful night on historic Rice Street. Over 100-year tradition of this festival.
Always looking forward to this group here, the St. Paul bouncing team.
1, 2, 3, up she goes.
There we go.
Not a direct affiliation with the St. Paul Winter Carnival, but we do a lot of volunteer charity work with them, have them come out to our fundraisers to put on a good show.
Oh, then they're always fun. I've actually, what you'll do is you can go up to them and they will bounce you. Not nearly as high as they bounce professionals. Yeah, here we go.
Well, they tried me one time, it just didn't work real well.
There's the lovely signage. Here we go. Oh. Heart stops every time it happens, though.
The St. Paul Bouncy team actually holds tryouts every year for new bouncers. They do a lot of parades and a lot of festivals around the state, so they need multiple people that can help them or assist them with their show.
Always a lively group. Here we go.
Oh,
yeah.
Here we go.
Talk about teamwork.
Up she goes.
There she goes. Oh. Caught quite the bounce on that one. Always a fun group.
Oh.
They want EB to bounce. I say go for it.
Oh, I would love to try, but
They're trying to get EB to go bounce. All right, Church of St. Bernard coming down here. Serving the North End for over 100 years.
They actually have, in years past, they've put on a festival, a street festival, for all the local charity and a children's organization at their church every year. It's actually quite fun. It's a mini festival that takes place inside the church.
Mini festival inside the church. Sign me up. Coming around here, the Boy Scouts. Always a great group to see at these things. I was a Boy Scout for about 2 years.
I was too. I made it to Weeblo.
Weeblo?
Then I just had to. We ended up moving, so I didn't get a chance to complete to go much further than that.
Got a couple of state representative coming around the corner here. Man, what a perfect night.
This is absolutely fantastic. This is just gorgeous. They have such a beautiful night on this this particular parade. It's full of history.
State Representative John Lesh walking here. A couple of dachshunds, if I'm not mistaken. One of my, there he is. Hey, John Marty.
Very lively crowd saying hi to everybody.
High-fiving, gotta love it. A cornerstone in any parade, candy and high fives.
We have the 6th grade dancers here.
It's like kindergarten through 6th grade. I love this song.
One of my favorites.
Another group that St. Paul Winter Carnival is tied into, the Cinco de Mayo. We've got West St. Paul royalty coming up here.
You know, and all the time we've celebrated Cinco de Mayo, that date has never changed. It's always been the 5th of May.
You know, it's like the 4th of July. It just, for some reason, that day always fits.
Another sister festival or group festival associated with St. Paul is the West St. Paul Parade. And here comes the newly crowned West St. Paul royalty. They were actually just crowned in May, if I'm not mistaken.
We've got Princesses Amy and Lauren, and the Junior Miss West St. Paul, Celia Dickey, and Miss West St. Paul herself, Elena Dickey. Always, this is the second set of bagpipes we've seen today.
You can never have enough bagpipes in a parade. However, I believe this is the first set of bagpipes I've seen in the back of a convertible.
Makes me want to watch Braveheart. My question is, how do you practice one of those things?
That is a very good question. I tried to practice, but all I was doing was squeezing a plastic bag full of air. It just wasn't working.
Not quite the same,
No, not quite.
but it's the thought that counts.
I did try to practice on a whoopee cushion. It was a little better.
Little different sound. Got the
This is why I'm not playing bagpipes.
Community Action Partnership Head Start coming up behind the bagpipes here.
You know, the Head Start program is a fantastic program for communities around the city and around St. Paul and surrounding communities.
So how long have you been in St. Paul?
In St. Paul directly, 20 years now, I believe.
Ah. 20 years ago, I was 5. Not to date, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
CRI Custom Remodelers, Inc. She looks a little too young to be driving, if you ask me, but it's a parade. Normal rules don't apply. We have the Isani ambassadors. Fun fact, the parade director of this parade here, Rice Street, Don the Hooch Apitz, former coordinator for Isani.
For many years he ran that.
Absolutely.
He ran that festival.
He lived up there for the longest time, and then we finally convinced him to come down to St. Paul.
And become a guard.
There we go. Look at that parade wave. I still can't get that down.
It's wipe the window, missed a spot, missed a spot.
There we go.
24 Isanti ambassadors Maddie Simon, Kylie Freeland, and Hannah Vanderstein.
Coming up behind them, we've got the City of New Brighton, one of the more elaborate floats.
Yeehaw!
As you guys can see, we still have a lot of people coming down, so feel free to stop on out. We're at the corner of Lawson and Rice, right in the heart of the parade. Look at that wave.
We have Junior Ambassador Caitlin Evanson, Junior Ambassador Annalyn Key, Junior Ambassador Kendall Barrett, and Emma Jacobs, Princess Lexi Bendixson, Princess Tori Leekson, and Miss New Brighton Maggie Leary.
A lot of purple on that float. Not a bad thing. Makes me look forward to that new Viking Stadium. We've got Bourne's Bar here. Another school bus coming down here. We got First Student.
Man, school buses are getting very elaborate these days.
Hey, they're hiring. Driving a school bus, that would be a fun thing to do. I'd do it for a summer.
I don't think there's a lot of work in the summer.
Well, you know, I'd be on call.
You know, 100-year tradition for Rice Street Parade and Festival. It's just a gorgeous night for this particular parade.
EB, I couldn't agree more with you here.
We have the Math and Science Academy.
Dressing up like Einstein. Got Woodbury Days here.
Woodbury Days.
Rocking and rolling.
This is another fantastic festival.
Again, with the choreographed dance moves, I could never do it. I'd be too focused on not falling off the float. So hats off.
They do such a fantastic job and do such a fantastic show. It is impossible not to get up and dance sometimes whenever. When
Please
these,
don't. You've got a headset on. And the clowns. First of many, I take it. Again, we've got a long way to go in this parade, so feel free to stop on by, say hello. We'll give you the mic. Right on the corner of Lawson and Rice Street, heart of St. Paul. Gorgeous night. E.B. and the Worm.
And here we have the St. Paul Clown Club. Always good for a laugh. Always good to bring a smile to your face.
Good thing I'm not afraid of clowns. And Bubbles.
You know, Bozo the Clown was my childhood hero.
Why do you say that?
Well, because I always wanted to play the little drop the ball in the bucket deal. He always gave away good gifts.
Always a colorful group.
I need those decals for my truck.
There you go. They do not come off. Got our third bus here of the parade. Ready for a career change. Drive a school bus. Centerline charter.
Oh, there you go. You can get some work in the summer doing that.
There we go.
Yeah.
More clowns.
Send in the clowns.
Send them the clowns. We got a great group. Look at that. We've got dogs out here. Kids, adults, dogs. Oh, here we go. We've got North Hudson Pepperfest coming on. This may be the loudest float I have ever experienced.
And you want to see some good choreography for some dancing, this is the one to see.
All the way from North Hudson. They dance the entire way here. Straight on 94. Pepperfest coming up here within the next couple of weeks, actually. Always fun. We recommend it.
Fantastic parade in North Hudson as well. It's always a good show, and their fairground afterward is a fantastic place to see. It costs you a button, the local parade or festival button to get in for that year.
Also famous, oh, there's Hooch, parade coordinator. Pepperfest is famous for their spaghetti eating contests.
Of which I did compete, and I didn't fare too well.
You know, I don't think I did it our year. But,
I remember there was a Klondike Kate one year that actually got it done in 20 or 12 seconds.
What is it, a pound of spaghetti?
It's a pound of spaghetti, a pound of cooked spaghetti.
And Merrick Community Service there. Like we said, this is a loud float. Let's see if they wave. There we go. Always a fun group. Hudson Ford. Pulling them along, of course. Got to get as much Wisconsin in there as possible. And here we got Cottage Grove Strawberry Fest.
It's actually the town that I live in now, and this royalty was just chosen just actually a few weeks ago. As a matter of fact, I was there for their coronation and got to see all these young girls chosen for this year's royalty.
Always a good time. Can't say no to strawberries either.
Another great festival, another great parade. Do a lot of local work around Cottage Grove and surrounding areas.
Trying to think of the last time I had a strawberry. These are the kind of things we talk about here, people, at the corner of Lawson and Rice. E.B. and the Worm, just hanging out, enjoying this gorgeous July afternoon. Again with the dance moves, I could never do it.
Very well choreographed. And remember, they were just chosen a few weeks ago, so they're already learning these moves.
Here they go.
We have the Little Miss Queen, Gracie Reamer, actually a close friend of mine. Little Miss Princess, Kylie Lund. Junior Miss Queen, Sierra Cubas. Junior Miss Princess, Daria Babin. Miss Queen, Samantha Anderson. And Miss Princess, Caitlin Quast.
Fun fact, the float actually smells like strawberries.
No strawberries were harmed in the making of this float.
Got some dancers coming along the end here.
I love seeing these dance routines. just because I'm not capable of performing it.
Probably the least coordinated. We got the Precious Diamonds dance team coming along here. Again, to be able to dance, clap, walk, and march all at the same time, just it throws me.
I could do it on Xbox.
Put that on a resume.
It didn't help.
Evie, you should get out there and dance with them.
I thought it was your turn.
Oh, is it? Shucks. I just opened this bottle of water.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Nah, I'd hate to leave it be.
These groups rehearse and rehearse and rehearse constantly before they come out to these appearances, just to make sure that the show is a good show.
Oh, you'd have to. You'd absolutely have to. The dedication always blows me away. But don't take our word for it. Come out and see it yourself. Again, we're at the corner of Lawson and Rice.
Here on this beautiful July evening at the Rice Street Parade and Festival.
Heart of St. Paul.
Parade and a festival with parade that has a glorious 100-year tradition.
Over 100 years.
Over 100 years.
Coming to you live here off of the St. Paul Neighborhood Network, Channel 19.
Here we have Rhiannon Moran for state representative.
Tough act to follow, though, from the dance team. Precious Diamonds, gotta love them. Always great to see the local politics coming out.
Meet and greet with the community, getting involved. It's always fantastic to see.
That's what it's all about. Put a face to the name.
Now, if there was pizza as well, that would just make the whole thing over.
Yeah, that's that would sell me. They'd have my vote. Classic Calliope. Weather report said there may be rain, so I think that's what the plastic bag is for. But nothing but a couple of clouds. Tom's Mechanical Music Rentals providing the wonderful Calliope.
That was one of my favorite sounds as a kid, because I always knew that I was going to get to go to the circus when I heard that.
Oh, yeah. That's the perfect sound to describe it. Got the Join the Northdale Booster Club. A lot of different activities. We got rollerbladers. We've got some judo.
We got some hockey players.
There we go.
And candy throwers.
All right. That's a club I could get into.
I hear they start you off practicing with Tootsie Rolls, and then you move up from there.
The regular ones, not the flavored.
No, not the flavor. That's advanced.
Yeah. A lot of fun groups here tonight. Like you said, come on out, hang out at corner of Lawson, right at cross streets with Rice, hanging out, having a good time.
Right next to Capital Bank. Here we have South St. Paul Kaposia Days, another fantastic festival associated with the St. Paul Winter Carnival as well. We do a lot of work together. They are their own festival, but we do make sure that we complement each other as much as possible. We always make sure to make this parade big for the South Winds.
Yes, Kaposia just had their parade, their coronation a few weeks back. Always a good time.
One of my favorite parts about the festival for Kaposia is the Cutest Kids contest that's done by Dan Grievous, the local photographer down there. Does a Cutest Kids contest every year where people get to vote on the portraits and has them placed along the parade route for Kaposia.
Well, Lord knows I wouldn't win. We've got Princess Emily York, Princess Taya Henderson, and Miss South St. Paul herself, Michaela Rowan. Always lovely to see.
We have another school bus here. It's a 688. I like numbers in threes.
688.
I just love numbers
There
in
we go.
threes.
People handing out flyers. Can't go wrong. This is 4th or 5th school bus here.
Yeah, this is the STA team, drivers, monitors, mechanics. They're actually now hiring, looking for, looks like the licensed CDL drivers as well.
Yeah, and then there we've got John Broderick. St. Paul School Board. Perfect night to bring out the convertible.
Again, a PT Cruiser, and I cannot get mine that shiny.
We'll have to pull him aside and ask him his secret. And then we got Prescott coming up. Another Wisconsin. There's John again.
Prescott, Wisconsin royalty.
That'd be a bit of a hike to get that float up here.
You know, a lot of these floats with the royalty from these different festivals, these large floats like that, rely heavily on the parents or a lot of the volunteers for their festivals to get these floats to and from every appearance, and that's a lot of work.
There's John again.
Singing the praises of glorious Rice Street.
I think he's come to the right place. You know, one thing I've always wondered, how the heck they keep those crowns on their head?
I haven't had the fortune, or I've been fortunate enough to try one on yet.
And then there we've got Sharna Walgren for Congress. And there's Prescott and the dancing again. I guess we got to get our dance moves down if we're going to participate in any of these things moving forward.
Maybe we'll try that for next year. We'll first we got to see if anybody will take us.
Right.
Yeah, that's the first hurdle.
I don't look that good in a crown.
I don't. It might make my hair look thicker. I don't really have any, so
Maybe. You could wear a wig.
that wouldn't be the first time.
Here we have the float saluting our veterans. Always good to support the men and women who served our country. Wonderful display of flags.
The POW and the MIA flag is always something. The Wounded Warriors and the POW MIA is actually something very near and dear to me. So I'm glad to see that them given recognition for that in these festivals.
Incredible sacrifice.
You know, the colors and the symbology of the flags that they put on there just shows how much these people do care and how much they're willing to get the recognition for those that need. And a monkey driving a car.
There we go. Driving a Hummer. Baboon, I believe, if I got a closer look here, yeah.
This is Budget Towing of St. Paul. That is something you don't see every day.
I've been doing this for a good 4 years now. That is the first chimp primate. I'm not a zoologist. Coming up here, we've got wonderful budget towing 24-hour, which I believe are actually rounding off the end of the parade here. Great way to end it. A lot of flashing lights.
And here we have the Freedom Riders. They're showing the bringing up the last, but certainly not least, members of the Rice Street Parade.
Look at that, showing off the colors.
Coming in loud and proud. It's what I like to see.
We're sitting here on Rice Street and the ground is literally shaking.
That is just an amazing sight to see.
Oh, what a way to bring it to a close here.
And some of the custom work on these bikes is amazing. There's a LED light display on this gentleman, one of these bikes.
I think they're shy.
They definitely let freedom ring.
There we go. Never been on one. Don't know if I ever want to try. They look too expensive for me to knock over.
You can try my Huffy first.
There we go. Always great to see them. Very, very popular.
Amazing how quiet it gets right after they drive by, too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the Rice Street Parade, and good night.
It's been a pleasure. I am Sam Worms, again here with EB, Eddie Cortinas.
We are EB and the Worm.
EB and the Worm.
Thank you for joining us.
Have a wonderful evening.